So this I already feel is a good summation, like tone setter for the content we're going to be talking about today. Like I said, this was sent to me. I have a list of dozens upon dozens of brain-rotting conservative, Christian, and just conspiracy-brained propaganda videos that have now infested one of my partner's feeds, which they have kindly sent to me to investigate and react to for your displeasure. Chat, what do you know about praying with your feet? Let's find out together. I feel this is going to be a special moment for you and me.
One hand and one foot, or with 2 hands and feet. This way you have not only prayed, but also stretched your toes. And don't forget to walk barefoot and to wear barefoot shoes. Instead of praying with your hands, you can also pray with 1 hand and 1 foot, or with 2 hands and feet.
Barefoot shoes. They're shoes. That's not. If they're shoes, that's not shoe. Well, so I think they have the bottoms cut out. Let me see.
This way you have not only prayed, but also stretched your toes. And don't forget to walk barefoot and to wear barefoot shoes.
No, it looks like there's soles on. What is the point? Oh, now we're talking. We're talking about Dracos. Let's go.
With the Dracos.
So it's interesting. So we're going to call them Nagas because that's a reference that I have, but they refer to them as serpents. They've told us of more than one species. But I think that the...
Okay, so... Gaia Unexplained. Okay. Woo! 100. This channel, by the way, the reason that some of this stuff was sent to me, this channel, if you go and look at it on Insta, has, what was it? Almost 200,000 subscribers.
Scale at which they want to create their empire requires something just as dastardly. And
what is okay, yeah, can we, somebody's saying the aesthetics are rancid, can we talk about
this is
General Cornrow's fit?
They have
Can we go back? No, go back to the wide shot. Go back to the wide shot.
Draco.
She has like, yeah, Cornrow's is it's a bold, the Cornrow's military junta outfit is it is certainly a choice. It is certainly a choice.
Insert themselves.
Right.
And so I think that's really, there's a benefit on both sides to say we can take this to a whole nother level that we've never been to before. And that's why we need to start thinking outside the box.
Why have the Nagas joined forces with the Dracos?
So it's interesting.
Is it interesting? Are we having fun yet, chat? Are you having a good time? I'm having a great time. Oh, here we go. Now we're okay. Yes.
Actual spells over the alcohol while they brewing it in that big ass thing, and then they sit there and they conjure up.
Oh, this is deep.
Gods,
this
nigga.
is deep lore.
And they put this shit, the energy of those fallen gods, into this liquor, nigga, and then they sell it to your ass, nigga, and then you drink it and you get drunk with the spirit of these fallen gods, nigga. What do you think getting drunk is? When you get drunk, your avatar is being taken over by spirits. That's why on every bottle of alcohol, nigga,
don't say it.
Made with spirits. Nigga.
That's not why they call it spirits, but I would watch this guy tell me about Yakub.
Now here it is.
There what is? What?
If you love the devil, keep on scrolling. But if you love God, hit subscribe right now. You have got to hear Baby Shark.
Okay. This channel has 20,000 followers. Katie Hulk Ministries. I need to go. I'm going to go back real quick and see what the fuck she's actually hearing, because I didn't hear anything abnormal there.
If you love the devil,
What?
keep on.
Yeah, I literally like every time I've heard, like, if you've ever heard like the sad Satan rumors or any of the shit about like, oh, do you play Judas Priest? Do you play fucking the Beatles backwards? And actually it says sad Satan. Like, and you actually listen to that and you kind of hear it a little bit. I literally didn't fucking hear anything there. Like, anything. That's why. Yes. Lost Civilizations. Now we're getting into the good shit. 300,000 followers. If the Titanic really hit an iceberg, then how come no pieces of an iceberg were ever found? Hidden Conspiracies is a book that talks about the Matrix, disappearance of people, like the case of Amelia Earhart, among others. It also addresses the mysteries of Antarctica and elites such as Pope Francis and the most powerful families in the world. It's got to be bait, right? No. All right, so some of these might be bait. This one I'm going to take as not bait. Mostly because I think it's funnier if it's not. This is that real shit. This is that real. The world is waking up and I'm loving it. Hashtag Jesus, hashtag God, hashtag Holy Spirit, hashtag abortion, hashtag death misspelled, by the way. Hashtag no mercy, hashtag Satan, hashtag devil, hashtag schemes of the devil, hashtag Jesus wins, hashtag Bible, hashtag Christian memes, hashtag Bible memes, hashtag FYP, hashtag horde, hashtag protect, hashtag daily bread, hashtag Christian women, hashtag Christian men. Oh, 7,000, almost 8,000 followers. Satan used Herod to kill babies to prevent Jesus from being born. Who are the ones Satan is trying to prevent from... Wait. Satan used pharaohs to kill firstborn babies to prevent Moses. Satan used Herod. Oh no, see, I get it. It's... You guys. It's the Democrats. Naturally. Duh. Come on now. Going by the username alone, knitted anus. I'm gonna say this one's in on the bit, but I cannot judge until I hear for myself.
Here, take a look. All you have to do is look at every shadow. You know how shadows used to be sharp and hard? They'd have hard edges? Yep, well, now they don't. None of them
Used to be sharp and hard?
That's because there is a doubling effect, because there's two light sources. It's like there's the big light, and then there's the light that's being reflected by the big light that is not aligned properly because it's NASA we're talking about. They suck. We're dealing with idiots here. Look at my fingers. Look at how fuzzy they are. Come on, guys. Remember to a year ago. Try. I know it's really far away, but try and remember to what shadows used to look like.
Shannon Hughes 44. I've been saying that the sun hasn't felt/looked right since April 8th as well. Oh, servant mindset. This guy, I've seen this guy a lot, actually.
But it's not. Look closer and squint your eyes. Don't be ashamed. Share this with a friend.
The devil wants you to bowl of rice. All right, I'm gonna go to this guy's page. Servant mindset, almost 300,000 followers.
He must increase, and I must decrease. It is written, man should not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God. God did not send his only begotten son to...
There's a phenomenon I've always kind of wanted to do a video on of how conservatives, and especially it's this modern, like, kind of mega church, ultra slick, hey kids, how you doing? Righteous Gemstones ass, like evangelical Christianity, that the way they use music, like if you ever watch televangelists or just like big mega church services, they always have music like playing to lull you into like a sense of security. All right, Wicked and promoting witches. Let's go. I have so much to say about this movie, and the small video is already getting a lot of pushback. The devil has many people fooled and addicted. Firstly, normalizing witchcraft, which God hates, is the agenda of the devil. If he can get you to think this is just fantasy and silly, then would you even think he is real? Careful, you might slip and accidentally touch reality. Now you healed your male factor infertility naturally? Okay. Wait. I missed that second part. You can't. Hold up a minute. My Catholic friends, there is a way. Don't let the traditional collection method be a reason to disregard your health. What do Catholics think is the traditional collection method? I have so many questions. Just so many. And none of them are going to get answered, I can tell. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Oh, this is...
Might be an Arcturian starseed. Many Arcturian starseeds have strong jawlines, high...
Oh boy, let's... 80,000 followers. 80,000 followers. For somebody talking about how Arcturian starseeds, how you can tell you're a starseed is that you're a fucking Chad. You're fucking so cool. You got high cheekbones and a fucking dope-ass jaw.
Cheekbones.
We're there. Come on.
And that elongated head shape. Some even have that classic Nordic appearance. Blonde hair, blue eyes, and a regal, almost otherworldly presence. If people often comment on your features and say you look different, this could be why. That elongated head shape ain't there for no reason. Arcturian starseeds are highly intelligent and are often drawn to fields like science, philosophy, and metaphysics.
Okay, so Arcturian starseeds are known for their advanced intellect, spiritualism. So I can't go into the whole thing with star seeds and star children, but there is a contingent of people in the world who really, I think, just don't have much else going for themselves personally. And I think stuff like this really digs into them because it allows you to then say, oh, I have that, it's a lot like tarot, or, well, not tarot, but it's a lot like Zodiac, and it's a lot like a lot of other things that people use to kind of, which can be totally fine. You can use these things to find meaning. But it is alike those things in that they are such ridiculously, insanely broad with their categorizations that it allows nearly anybody to be like, yeah, I'm a starseed. It's like, I could be... Indigo Children is a fucking another one where it's just like, yeah, actually, this makes total sense in my life. I have, weird dreams, or I've always felt a certain sense of whatever when I look up in the sky, and it's like, well, actually, you could be astral projecting from an alien body on a colony on Mars, and the U.S. government actually abducted you, and like it allows people to sensationalize their lives when they don't really have anything else, I think. And it on one hand, it's very goofy to laugh at, but it does make me sad because people earnestly believe and buy into this bullshit. And like perpetuate it. It's really fucking rough. With the Egyptian symbols, spirit signs, reviews. So, I ain't an alien for fun, bruh. Council of Light channeled message. Chat. Let us now partake in a channeled message from the Council of Light.
Council of Light, the Council of Creation. As light continues to dissolve all illusions, all true forms will be revealed within the leaders in all governing bodies, within the leaders of the entertainment industry, within the leaders of social media. You will see those shifting their form within the public eye. You will see reptilians and all-star seeds beginning to reveal themselves as light continues to permeate this reality.
Somebody kind of brought it up earlier, but yeah, there are a lot of overlap with this kind of vaguely esoteric. It is really just nonsense, because this goes hand in hand with a lot of the stuff we saw earlier when people talk about like the Dracos. I was going to call them Dracoids, but no, the Dracos and the Reptilians and the Naga or whatever the fuck. Naga is one I haven't heard used to describe reptilians before. That's new and interesting. But like when people talk about that shit, there's a lot of overlap with this, and there's also a lot of overlap, perhaps entirely unsurprisingly, with Nazism and white supremacy. You can already hear it from talking about things like Nordic features and accentuating those, and relying on very specific, quote-unquote, Aryan features like, chiseled jawline and this kind of stuff. If you watched my essay on anti-Semitism and the history of anti-Semitism, a lot of anti-Semitism proliferated through the 50s, 60s, 70s in these similar circles. It's also why you have such a close proximity of these circles to people who will tell you about, hey, actually, did you know that the Federal Reserve is fake and isn't real? And people who will be like, hey, let me actually tell you about the Illuminati and the Rothschilds and all that shit. So many of these things are just a hop, skip, and a jump from, elites are running the world. There's actually a new world order. There's all of these tangentially and or explicitly anti-Semitic and wildly racist conspiracies, which I bring up because in this, we then see him talking about, the elites running the entertainment industry, which could not be a louder dog whistle if he was fucking Caesar Milan. Blood Moon Eclipse.
You are ready. The energy in the ether is more potent than ever. We are in the midst of an unprecedented energetic storm, intensified by the potent combination of the blood full moon, the lunar eclipse, and the spring equinox. These cosmic alignments are accelerating the collective shift, bringing both upheaval and illumination.
It's fucking nonsense. Like, it's just fucking brain-melting nonsense. I think, however, the comments here, like the very first comment from Emboldened Olivia, saying, this was a beautiful message, eloquently articulating the dance of light and darkness as we enter the splitting of consciousness and worlds. I feel the swift, energetic upgrades you speak of. We pave the way for the new world. Like, I'm going to read any comments that are, like, positive. I'm going to read like I'm a 23-year-old college white girl who has stopped, I'd say, like, I don't recognize any material property, and call me by my star name, Heartflower. So that's the tone I'm trying to take with these. Thank you, kind soul. Grateful to be in the presence of loving connection and soul tribe energies. I honor the light within you. And I think that is a very specific way of, like in a way, I think this is a lot like QAnon, which, again, would you be surprised that there are probably a lot, there are, like Jacob Chansley, the Q Shaman. Like there are people who have overlaps with these wackadoo communities. And I think it's part of it is because there is this, it's almost an intersectionality where if you know what the fuck people are talking about, you can talk in their own parlance, their own language, you're in the club, right? Anyone else see the orbs and energy on the right-hand side of the screen? Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Unplugged Christian. Most Christian men aren't rejecting polygamy because of scripture. They're rejecting it because they know their wife would. And that right there tells you everything. A man's first ministry is to lead his home, not follow his wife's feelings. But if his first reaction to biblical marriage is fear of what she might say, then who's really leading? Monogamy only isn't his conviction, it's his submission. Whoa. Dude is on some other shit that he is... Monogamy is woke? His stance on monogamy isn't about theology, it's about submission to her. What a way to combine the most insufferable elements, and I say this as a poly person. What a way to combine the most insufferable elements of being poly and being Christian. Like, dude really looked at somebody telling him to pick a struggle and said, nah, both, please. Ashley, what is insufferable about being poly? I mean, there's a very specific kind of poly person who is almost exclusively a straight white man who just basically uses being poly as a way he wants to sleep with just like random women with very little to no commitment. Like there is a spate of people in the poly community, again, who are mostly cis white straight men who just want to like fuck with no attachment, which is a different thing than actually being polyamorous. Love terrorist. Okay.
So the libtards don't like Trump's threat to rain hell down on terrorists, Theo. Yeah, the Houthi terrorists that are attacking all the ships in the waterways. That is correct. He said specifically that if the attacks don't stop and you do it again, hell will rain down upon you like nothing you've ever seen before. Then he said the exact same thing to a reporter that hit him in the mouth with a boom mic.
By the way, if you haven't seen that fucking clip of Trump getting hit in the mouth with a boom mic, cinema. It's perfect. It's perfect. Gen Z men can't find women. Tell me more. Burger eating AI. What's badger dust? What the fuck is badger dust? Is that something they sell? I do love. Okay, so Bonehead, Fred, and Theo. I do love how somebody has already. Like there's like a ironic fandom here saying I want burpy gassy hot makeout sesh with Theo and Fred. Why can't
a real hard time finding women, Theo. Because some of them don't look or act much differently than a chick. Exactly. Between the blue-haired they-thems and femboys, there's not much in the way of real manly men in the Gen Z lineup. Maybe that's why Gen Z chicks are into older guys.
Okay. Do you ever see like there are a lot of cases where conservatives will say something and the fact that they know what it means. Two things here because there's a lot out here. Number one, the fact that they know what a femboy is. That's not a mainstream thing, by the way. Like Trump has not talked about femboys. JD Vance is not out here talking about, well, we got all these femboys. Like, no. You gotta kind of be deep in the weeds to know what a femboy is. So I know what you are. Second thing, the idea that, all these Gen Z girls like older men, huge, massive self-insert. Massive, like you fucked up. You told everybody. Now everybody knows what you think of yourself, and that shit just is not fucking true. They got a thing with femboys. I'm not gonna.
Why do Gen Z chicks like fem?
Okay, if I can go back to that cover image real quick. Chat, can I say something about the AI generated femboy? Can I say something?
And doesn't that make them an alphabet person? If they
Alphabet
like
person.
feminine guys? And if that's the case, why not just admit they're a lesbian and bang a chick instead of a feminine guy? I don't think they are lesbians. They just like feminine guys. So the guys are acting like chicks because they like chicks, and chicks are acting like guys because they like femininity. But neither one admits they're straight up gay. No wonder they're confused.
The please subscribe at the end comes across as more of a plea for help than a sincere, you need to, oh man. They really, would it surprise you that they're way into, like, they can't stop thinking about trans people and gay people? Yes, Fresh Drank. 12,000 followers talking about, all right, simulation theory, baby, let's go. I wouldn't be surprised if emoji had a dark secret. As light warriors, we know that symbolism influences and dictates our world, and we know there are no coincidences. I think light warriors knew for a while something felt off. I remember when emojis were introduced and free thinkers were drawing parallels with Newspeak. This is a hard blow to me. However, you guys know how much I love emojis. Wake up from your ignorant slumber and smash. Fist emoji. That like button. Button emoji. Eye emoji. Turn post notification on. Bugle emoji. Eye emoji. Follow, like, share, and comment. Paper emoji. People emoji. Double tap and tag light warriors below. Arrow emoji. The King's Pact binds them. Troll face. They cannot show themselves or speak with us. Create ways to see without seeing. Create ways to speak without speaking. Do you know that by using emojis that must be pre-approved by Luciferian orgs that you are participating in black magic? Each of these images are patterned after sigils that witches use to summon demons. Yeah. Oh, chat. Chat, we gotta wake up and rise up. Freemasonry, hidden symbolism, truth, escape the matrix. Chat, I think we done struck gold. I think we're low vibrational entities. Let's get it.
Niggas say
Let's
how
get
they
it.
used to build the pyramids, how they used to do that, how they used to do that. They used to be 90 fucking feet tall, nigga. They used to eat and drink the sunlight every day. Pray to that bitch. Nah. We used to pray to the sun, nigga. The sun was our friend. Elephants, we locked in with them, bitch. 100 niggas deep, let's get it. Yeah, this bitch finna have Wi-Fi, air conditioner, it's an elevator downstairs. Hey, get to work. Get to fucking work.
Okay, yep. We got the...
Here's
Chat,
the Greater
chat,
Israel Project.
Chat. Do you remember what I was saying earlier about how all this shit is just like, it just kind of wraps back around eventually and becomes Nazis again? Right? How all of this crazy, insane, conspiracy brain rot bullshit, it just wraps back around. Let's go. Here we are. I don't miss. I'm sorry. I don't miss. Fresh Drank. Many people are under the impression that Israel will stop its imperial expansion at the West Bank, but this is simply not true. Now knowing the plan, it is obvious why the U.S. is investing so heavily into Ukraine, and given the secrets of Ukraine, it should be obvious why Israel wants it. Wait, fucking what? Oh, Israel wants Ukraine? See, this is that next level, like... There's an old joke about always trying to one-up a conspiracy theorist. You know, like when you have somebody try and explain, like, oh, dude, let me tell you about, like, how birds are actually robots that the government controls. And you'd be like, you think birds are real? You think the government is real? This is like that. Where it's like to get people in, you've created this pipeline of sludge to just pump into people's brains. And so you get these people who are constantly like, no, actually, it's not that Israel is the great Satan and they want to bring about the apocalypse. Nah, let me tell you about why Israel wants Ukraine. And it's like, fuck. Like, we didn't need a crossover event for our fucking conspiracy. They think the Costco boys are... Okay, the Costco boys are Illuminati. This isn't even a video. This is just... One eye symbolism. It's one big club. Yeah, you ever see the Costco guys and Dr. Fauci in the same room? Think about it. Think about it. Soulless entities. This is... Is that fucking... First player characters resonate with Jupiter's wisdom, akin to legendary figures like Zeus and Neo heroes who transcended their realms. Jupiter has 63 moons and one planet, totaling 60... Jesus Christ. This is just fucking, like, time cube shit. Like, there was a point on the internet when everybody looked at time cube and was just like, hey, get a load of this dumb bullshit. And now this is just, like, gone fairly mainstream on Instagram. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, this has 12,000 followers. Do you realize how insane that is for content of this quality? How dangerous it is for content that spreads just insane conspiracies and hate like this? Fresh drank? Are you... What? And by the way, this is all stuff that my partner got served as part of the algorithm. Like, once she started getting served content. Let's go. Matrix Prime. Freemason. Look, he's got a hat. 300,000 followers.
The rule uses Celsius. They recently put it in. It's very interesting. Under 32 degrees, water is frozen, but at 33, it's liquefied. So that basically means when you reach that 33-degree energy, a lot more possibilities are open to you. You become more enlightened.
Is numerology cringe? AI is the real devil. Let's go. Let's go.
A lot of people are talking about a certain group of people out there who they think control the world and everything like that. AI is 1,000 times more.
Chat. Who do we think that certain group of people is? Come on. Come on.
Dangerous than anything ever. First, it's going to take away the low-paying jobs. It's going to turn into extreme poverty. So what's going to happen is they're going to start telling us we need a basic income, and that's how you start socialism. Listen to this right now.
Dude.
You have about 4 or 5 years, maybe even sooner.
This is such a great look into, like, the conservative mind of somebody who knows fuck all about shit, where it's just like, okay, so AI, it's going to take all of our jobs, and then we're going to all be super poor. And then the rich people, they're the ones who made us super poor, and that's how we get socialism. It's like, no. It's like they don't want socialism. They don't want income. They don't want to give us money. Like, that would be the way society should be fucking working right now, with as much things as we can get automated that are changing every day. But that's not what they fucking want. But it's still something that, like, people are using to scare you. This guy again.
It's a coincidence that Jesus died at 33. Most people think it's a coincidence that the Freemason order goes up to 33 degrees. Most people think it's a coincidence that water is frozen at 32 Fahrenheit, but at 33 Fahrenheit, it's liquid. Most people think that's a coincidence. I don't. That's why we're not the same.
Wow, I forgot about the water at 32.
Imagine being in a place in your life where somebody like this is like, dude, you're so right. Holy shit, bro. You're so grabbing my Trump hat. I fucking forgot about that. I didn't realize the water freezing thing at 32, bro. That's crazy. And you're like, yeah, see? Fucking racking up them dubs. Yes, let's go. Regular skincare is poison. Steak, beef, tallow skincare, raw honey, MAGA fresh fruit, no vegetables, weights. Okay. So, if you are advertising skincare, if you are saying, and I need people to hear this. This is very important because I do skincare. I do an okay job at skincare. If you are saying my skincare is the best, my skincare routine is working, look at how great this is. Beef tallow, when regular skincare is poison, and you use raw honey and no vegetables. You have no vegetables on your plate, sir? How? It's just the meat? You need your vegetables. You need your fibers. Beside the point. Don't get me distracted. If you are saying all this stuff about skincare, you better have better skin. Like that's all I'm saying. I'm not going to make fun of somebody for having breakouts and stuff, but like I feel it's a prerequisite, you know? Let's get some foundation. Cover up some spots. Like what? What if she might be biased? Okay. 1,000 followers. Homeschooling shows more caring. Hashtag epic reels. Hashtag Elon Musk Twitter. Hashtag Snoop Dogg TV show. Hashtag Rod Hayes. And we're just gonna let this ride.
Anybody that's got their kid in school right now, you're trying to sacrifice your baby, in my personal opinion.
No, I don't. This woman is not trolling. I think the younger you are, the more likely you are to be trolling. But there's a level of detachment, I feel, or a level of, for lack of a better word, like personal flair that comes through sometimes, where you can tell somebody's personal sense of like aesthetics or the things they think are cool or the things that they think would look neat. And I think the AI ghostwriter here is a really great example of that, where it's like it has nothing to do with fuck off anything she's talking about, but I'm willing to bet that she probably just like thought it was a neat thing for a visual, or like here's a demon or like something, and so like it's there, you know. It's not something about like, oh, the Matrix, or here's Baphomet and they're trying to take your kids. Like this seems too genuine to be a troll. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Okay. Remember when I said sense of aesthetics like a second ago? Do you remember what I said a second ago? Chat. I like that there are people who apparently hunt for just ridiculous Instagram reels like this. Because the two of the biggest comments are absolutely a mythical real pull. It keeps going. It keeps going, chat. Oh, chat. We found one with Trump. Let's go.
You let those elite white men walk right into your power and theirs, and then they let you use your music against us. Oh, call her a bitch, and they just sitting there looking like, They don't say nothing. They let you call her a bitch.
I think she might be spitting there, but I can't be sure. Is that Naruto? That is Naruto. Is she doing a Naruto? That she doing a Naruto dance. What? Is that the Winx Club? Why is there Winx Club with my Naruto? And the Doom, yeah, that's the Doomslayer, Mark.
The Anunnaki Nephilim told me to go ahead and talk my shit. It said, the Anunnaki Nephilim told me to go ahead and talk my shit. It said,
I think Anunnaki, I think she said Anunnaki. Nephilim? I can't tell if it's conspiracy words or just mumbling. Oh no. This is powerful. This is powerful magics we're toiling with here, chat. Powerful forces have conspired to bring us to this point. I feel slightly more awakened. Do you feel slightly more awakened? I think we're bubbling up a little bit more towards the surface now. Go to how many are we talking here? Oh, only this is still low. This is a low vibration person. Instead of Prozac, try scripture. Instead of Ozempic, try fasting. Instead of Adderall, try prayer. Instead of drugs, try God. Whew. Woke Christianity. Hit me with that woke Christianity. Don't interpret
progressive Christianity. It doesn't change culture to meet Christ. It changes Christ to match the culture around it. This is really important. Woke progressive churches, they don't interpret the world through the word. They change the word to match a world. They don't see culture from Christ. They see Christ from culture.
No, I get it. You've said the same thing like 5 times back and forth now. I get it.
And this is how you end up with Mardi Gras, with Pride Month, with kids being indoctrinated, with little kids, the government telling the parents, if you don't affirm the gender, we're going to take them away from you.
Literally, unbelievable. To tell you, there's zero difference right now doctrinally. Doctrinally, this isn't based in doctrine, but there's zero difference between the messaging right here between this idiot and the idiots I infiltrated in the hate church who said the exact same shit, which I debunk in that video. Go back to the first video that popped off on my channel where I infiltrated a local hate church and they said the exact same shit about Washington and California laws, which is not fucking true. And I cite my sources there, unlike these dickheads do here. Oh, that's fucking crazy. Whoa. The attack on men. Let's go, chat.
Our culture is on an aggressive journey to intimidate men from being men. I'm telling you, all the feminists, I'm about to trigger you tonight. I'm sorry. So maybe if you're a feminist, put your earplugs or don't listen to me.
Brother, you couldn't trigger a super soaker. Like, this is nothing nobody hasn't heard 10,000 times before. I'd like, go fucking, everybody get ready. I'm about to trigger you. Feminists, watch out. Oh! It's like, hit me with your best fucking shot, dude.
I don't know, do something about it, because you're going to get really, really triggered. Trigger warning. This is really important because our culture is on an aggressive mission to make men more feminine and to make men act like women. And we have a lot of control freak women who like insecure men.
This is now like the third time. This is now like the third time we've seen a different theory in all of this AI slop, in all of this conspiracy bullshit. This is yet another reason. Why do women like all these feminine men? Why are all these men becoming more feminine and stuff? And it's like, okay, but their definition of feminine men isn't actually like feminine men. It's not like femboys. It's like, it might be like non-binary people to them. But it's just like dudes who dress good and wear deodorant.
Oh my gosh, he's so sensitive. It's so beautiful. He cries. It's so cute. He gets my feelings. He gets my emotions. He can give me a hug. He can cry with me. So much empathy. He's mama's boy, and he's going to be my boy.
Again, just a moment of... just an incredible moment of clarity about the things that... And you see this a lot in the... in the when I used to watch some of the Sure Foundation Baptist and the NIFB preachers and their sermons, you would see them go on like little, especially like Aaron Thompson, you would see them go on little tangents about like their personal history and shit that were just like, why would you say that? Like that's just a very specific thing. Oh. $5,000 followers. That's... what a wild fucking thing to admit. Leaving the play date, knowing there won't be a second one, but at least she knows now who really owns the banks, the media, big pharma, etc. I am the way I am, not sorry. Where are my truth mamas? Let's befriend. Conspiracy theorist, SAHM, awake mom, playdates, realist, truth pilling, conspiracy theories, funny, viral feel, relatable, funny mom. Everybody that knows you has a group chat about you. That's fucking, that's fucking scathing. Whoa. Who do you think really runs the bank? Living free in Jesus' name. Oh, unchained from the system. Crunchy mom humor. Oh, I truly can no longer understand where any professing Christian believes Trump is evil and the other side is good unless brainwashed by the media. Is Trump perfect? No. He's a rapist. He's a rapist. And at the very least, he is friends with rapists. He just had Conor McGregor. I was reading a story. I don't even want to repeat the anecdote. I don't even want to fucking repeat the detail about what had to be surgically removed from Conor McGregor's sexual assault victim. And Trump personally invited him to the White House. So this, like, is Trump perfect shit? No, he gets worse every fucking day. And this is always who he's been. He doesn't give a shit. Preaches God's sovereign word. Trump doesn't know a Bible verse. If you fucking hit him hard enough that a page stuck to his face like silly putty. Mutilating bodies falls into the category, oh, if God, it says that God was wrong and you were right. The devil literally has a stronghold on so many minds. Okay, so again, they like to use this the anti-trans talking point of mutilating bodies. But if God made everybody the way they are, then he made people be born without limbs, be born with cleft palates, be born sometimes without eyes, without certain internal organs. And through miracles of modern medicine and medical care and education and science, we are able to the best of our abilities, improve the lives of people who are born with impairments, various impairments, whether that's neurodivergence, whether that's autism, whether that's ADHD, whether that's, being born not with the same amount of limbs as everybody else, being born not with the same kind of eyesight, the same hearing, the same ability to speak, the same cognitive abilities. And being trans, something that is innate, something that people feel psychologically, is no different. If there is, by their recognition, if you can process these two ideas, that God made everybody, yet people are failed. People have been failed. People, and some conservatives and Christians will chalk this up to, well, humanity, we're fallen, we live in sin and all this stuff. Then trans people should be just as perfect, representing themselves as who they are, living as who they are, in God's image, because he made them that way. Oh no. Oh no. When my child start educating the whole playground of how the sprays in the sky aren't clouds, their juice is special because it's dye-free, they don't wear sunscreen because the sun is healing, and most sunscreens are actually the carcinogen, not the sun, and how Jesus is the real savior of the universe, not the government. She's homeschooled, can you tell? Yes. Yes, you can fucking tell, because she's an idiot. Like, this is like the #1 case study for why homeschooling needs to be cracked down on in America. And I mean that entirely fucking unironically. Like, the entire education status, like apparatus of the country, needs to be torn out and rebuilt from the ground up, which they're sure fixing to do, and to privatize it and make it somehow even worse. But homeschooling is a legitimate scourge, and the proliferation of literal dum-dums like this is going to create just an entire legion of, hopefully, a bunch of smart kids who get wise in their 20s if they are allowed to go off to college. But currently, it's looking like it's just setting up a whole bunch of people to just regurgitate blatant, wild conspiracy theories, like they were just saying, like the anti-Semitic shit, like chemtrails. Oh my God. Vaccine injury isn't rare. You've just been programmed to believe that autoimmune disorders, allergies, neurological issues, SIDS, seizures, eczema, and childhood cancers are normal. You can turn off breast cancer genes if you're a hot mom for Trump. Imagine how much propaganda it took to convince women that being home, raising your babies, and taking care of the home is oppressive. That's not what feminism is. That's not what feminism is. That's not what feminism is. Feminism helped push back against the idea that that's the only way you can live your life. Feminism pushed back against the idea that you are subservient to your husband and everything you do needs to be in service of whatever he wants. And now we have people like this who are leading to, like, you can go on Twitter and see it constantly, where conservatives are just like threatening to violently sexually assault women, or saying that like just the other day, there was a whole thread where some jagoff, big time, one of these fucking conspiracy influencers on Twitter was saying, like, yeah, women should, like, there's no such thing as marital rape. It's like, are you kidding me? And like, this person obviously isn't saying that. I don't think so. God, I hope not. But these attitudes are enabling those even worse opinions to just go pretty much unchallenged in conservative circles. Or at least to get their foot in the door. At a fucking loss. I'm not surprised. She isn't talking much about her beliefs. It doesn't seem on who's actually behind shit. Like, she's really wrapping it in this conservative and crunchy bullshit, but not really, not the conspiracy stuff. Interesting. Much to think about. Much to consider. I wonder why. So, I want to end this, because I think this is really fitting for our audience, for what we represent, who we are. We have come so far on this journey together. And I don't even have anything to say. I will say, not as much Yakub as I would have liked. Not as much Yakub. Not as much like actually the hills are giants type stuff. There's been some of it, but I'm going to have to request some more from my partner. Mostly what I'm getting is that, yes, my partner's algorithm has been thoroughly cooked by Instagram. Like these are things, again, these are all things that they sent her. She's not a Christian. She's not a conservative. She's not a conspiracy theorist. These are just things that have come across her feed. And the way that algorithm works is why so many of these channels have, like, well, not this one, but like hundreds of thousands of followers. Heavenly Hug official. Why is our school system teaching him about this nonsense? I do love this first. Mask by Jeff Chastain says, your sibling was very lucky to lose you. Oh, that's good shit. That's good shit. POV, today your little brother transitioned and it broke your family apart. Oh. I got him this to hopefully change his mind. Can we get an amen? Okay, let me see that thing again. That's a little... They didn't got their sibling a little E.T. Jesus. That's what that is. They got them a little phone home Christ. With a little Christ on a cross right there. I want to actually see, do they sell? They do. This is after seeing they made evil plushies for our children. Chat. Wait. My transformation after I left gay for Christianity. Got this plushie for my GF. So what they're doing... That's a totally different result person. Every frame, you should be ashamed. That's my husband baptizing one of our students. Please don't steal other people's content. 3,000 followers. I'm assuming that's probably safe. Isn't lying a sin? Still gay and it's okay. So what they're doing is just stealing other people's content to create these fake ass narratives to sell their Jesus glowy plush. I did not, when I saw my sibling transitioned and it tore our family apart, how could I have guessed? How could I have known that it would lead to drop shipping Jesus plushies, what glow in the dark, and fake femboy detransitioners? Yeah, no, here's the one. What in God's name? They're using other people's viral content and being like, look at this person got 1 billion views for this thing that you go viral for. And then they're like, how many can we get for dropship Jesus? Can we get 1 like and an amen for glow in the dark Jesus? Like it is, I'm not even gonna lie. It is low key fucking brilliant. Because then you have these thumbnails that are like, okay, here's this chick with big tits. Here's this femboy. Here are all these girls in bikinis. Here's this girl doing a dance in tight clothing. And so that's what people see when you're trying to sell them E.T. Build-A-Bear Jesus. It breathes? What? No.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Why? My boyfriend saw me crying because my ex died. The living Christian plushies people think we sell. Feels like he's breathing with me? Why does it breathe? Why does it breathe? Like, people in the chat are saying Jesus lives. Sure, yeah, if you're a Christian, Jesus lives. He is risen. He is risen indeed. But his stuffy doll shouldn't. All of this, this empire of dirt. Gaze upon my works, ye mighty. for 59 followers. They're selling Nightlight Squishmallow Jesus for less than 60 people to follow them. That's a perfect ending. Like, that's you can't get a better encapsulation of just everything. American capitalism, the algorithm, the conspiracies, everything. Just fucking putting it all up into a little... How much do we think one is? How much? Chat. I have right now, next to me, sitting on this desk actually, a limited edition, dang near, almost brand new, Johnny the Walrus plush from the hit Matt Walsh children's book, Johnny the Walrus. You can tell as it has he/him/walrux as his pronouns prominently featured on his iconic Johnny the Walrus t-shirt. It also has a Daily Wire logo on the back. I have a Daily Wire plushie. I still need to crucify this little fucker. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I need to find a nice, I think maybe when it's a little bit warmer, I'll go to Lowe's and get just like a plank of wood to go this way, a plank of wood to go that way, and just pin this little cocksucker up. But first off, I can't really do the same thing with Jesus. I mean, that's a little passe, right? There's a little bit of stereotypical. If I buy a Jesus and what are you gonna do with the Jesus plushie? You gonna crucify it? Come on. I feel it's a little obvious, isn't it? Just a skosh. However, what if I got one and I had it riding the walrus? Comes in red Jesus too? I'm not gonna lie, the red cape is dope. The red cape is kind of pimp. Red cape Jesus kind of popping off with it. Your companion for rest and faith. Hold peace in your hands with the breathing Jesus plush, designed to breathe softly with you. It's a huggable reminder of comfort, faith, and love, perfect for winding down or as a moment of reflection. Feels like it's breathing with me, incredibly calming. It's like a peaceful little buddy, really soothing. There's all of the, it appears, yeah, most of the, go-to for quiet time, my favorite play. Everybody's talking about how relaxing it is, all through October. All through October, 12/12, 13/13, 14. We were really moved. 70 reviews. Yeah, all the reviews are one sentence. Oh, there's hang on, there's a couple 4 stars. They are also all just a couple words and one sentence. I want to go back to, again, this moment. I feel the femboy twinks here are a moment where I feel really like, again, this is one of those things that's just very telling about the people who made this content, that like you don't just find this content, it doesn't just come to you automatically. No. Yeah, their marketing is definitely TOS breaking. I'm not surprised. Somebody noted, yeah, how do I add, can I add a review? Customer reviews. Oh, I can write a review. Oh, it says pending. It's okay. Oh, chat. It won't get in there. Look, they need some real fucking reviews. I'm gonna keep an eye on this. But for now, I think this is good enough. This is good enough for me. I'm pretty proud of the mischief we've waged today. I feel good about it. I feel good. After seeing this advertised on Insta with femboys, I knew I just had to get my own breathing Jesus. Breezes to snuggle with late at night. Not usually into beards, but the supple materials make falling asleep with his soft face a gift from heaven. Taking away 1 star for only having red, blue color options. I want a rainbow cape, please. Maybe for Pride Month? Look. We like to have fun here. Sometimes we like a little tomfoolery. Sometimes we like to josh around a bit, right?